I'm Jamie O'Connor, and I'm the Outreach Coordinator for Family Voices of Minnesota. I'm also the mom to two kiddos, one of which has a rare genetic condition and disability. I'm here today to talk about the family perspective of using Charting the Life Course. So let's learn a little bit more about Charting the Life Course. As an overview, it's all about people and also about their families. The core belief behind Charting the Life Course is that all people have the right to live, love, work, play, and pursue their life aspirations within their community. Charting the Life Course allows individuals and families to explore their life possibilities, to share ideas, hopes, and fears, to set high expectations, to navigate the future, advocate for a specific vision, and to problem solve and plan. So as we talk about this topic today, it might be important for you to know that Charting the Life Course is not just something that's being used here in Minnesota. It's part of a national movement. Charting the Life Course began out of the Institute for Human Development at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. It's a collaboration in partnership with national and statewide stakeholders. From there, the national community of practice was developed and really provided support to individuals, families, providers, and states in growing and embedding Charting the Life Course. Minnesota is newer to this community practice, and we are one of 20 states that are involved. So if you're interested in using this framework after today, know that you're part of something bigger. The national movement has been changing lives and services across the United States and has driven a more person-centered planning and practices in supporting individuals with disabilities throughout their entire lifespan. We know that every person exists within the context of their family and their larger community. Most individuals with disabilities are supported by family members as well as their larger communities throughout their lives. Families have an important role that needs to be recognized, and they need support to assist them in raising expectations and creating visions. The goal is to sprinkle supports throughout a person's day and not to separate them from their family or their community. The real goal of Charting the Life Course is a good life, and a good life for all. So the individual is going to achieve self-determination, interdependence, they're going to be productive, be integrated and included in all facets of community life, and families will be supported in ways that maximize their capacity, strengths, and unique abilities to best nurture, love, and support all individual members to achieve their goals. It's important to note that person and family-centered planning tools are always used by families and with families, and never for families or about families. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience using the Charting the Life Course framework and specifically the trajectory tool with my family. The trajectory tool asks us to create a vision for that good life. A good life points us towards friends, family, a job, hobbies or things to do, independence, a place to live, and happiness. One of the neat things about the trajectory tool is it helps us also talk about what we don't want. So my kids and I use the Charting the Life Course trajectory tool to share our ideas about our good life. We did this as a family, and because my kids are 9 and 11, we used this question, what do you imagine? Being very careful not to have them thinking that whatever we put on that paper was going to happen tomorrow. We used what we don't want to get ideas flowing. Sometimes people lead with positivity. It really helped us to talk about what we didn't want in order to get to what we did want. And then we used our current and past experiences to also get ideas flowing. So you'll see an image of my daughter's trajectory, and you'll see on there that beginning of what we don't want. And my daughter has definite opinions about her independence, and she doesn't like to be told what to do, so you'll see that on there. She wants to live independently or with friends. She doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't want to be bullied. She wants to have money and to be healthy. So you'll also see on there that we talked about our past life experiences that have put us on our trajectory towards a good life. My daughter was born into a loving family. She has been pretty active in swimming. She's been in school. She's been working hard, learning to read. And we moved on to talk about what future life experiences might contribute to the good life. And then on the bottom of this sheet, you'll see where we talked about some past life experiences or current life experiences that are interfering with our trajectory to a good life. The pandemic, getting sick, when families break apart or have divorce, low expectations. And then we talked about what future life experiences may or may not help us on our trajectory towards a good life. So you'll see that my daughter's trajectory and her vision for her good life includes a lot of friends, TV, music, animals. She talks about eating healthy, staying active, and specifically swimming. She talks about living with friends and friends who have similar interests. At this age, that's saying she wants to live with friends who also like to eat ice cream. And she actually specifically mentioned making good choices. Now, this is the same life trajectory worksheet, but for my son, who was 8 at the time that we wrote this. You'll see that what he doesn't want is very similar to my daughter's and probably to most of us. He doesn't want to be alone, without money, without family. He doesn't want to have health problems. And that his vision for a good life included some specific ideas about a bank account and having a partner and family, about creating YouTube videos of Hot Wheels and other interest-specific things that he has going on right now. He has a vision for attending college, for living close to family, and for moving somewhere warm. So what happened after we filled out these trajectories? It was kind of cool that we as a family got some shared language about how our day-to-day actions impact the bigger picture in our lives and our ultimate desire for a good life. I noticed an increase in the kids and their buy-in around their personal and household responsibilities. That certainly doesn't look like they're never arguing with me, but it just takes a little bit less time to get to why we're investing our time in that way. As a parent, I got a better understanding of what my kids' visions are, and I got a visual reminder, these worksheets, of their right to experience life and take risks. Beyond that, we had an opportunity to share this with my daughter's education team at school, and it was a really great way to keep the focus on her and her vision when we're creating goals for her individualized education plan and on looking at her transition to 5th grade. So we can't talk about person and family-centered planning tools or at all without talking about everyone's right to experience life and the dignity of risk. The dignity of risk is the right to take risks when engaging in life experiences and the right to fail in those activities. Often with individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities, we focus too much on health and safety, which is primary and important. And sometimes we forget that the lack of experiences and overprotection can result in lowered expectations, low self-esteem, dependency, and underachievement. Everyone has a right to experience life, to take risks, to fail. So to finish up, what we learned was to ask, to start planning and having these life conversations, that there's not a best age group to start doing that. We learned to listen to each other and that people have to be involved in setting their own life priorities. We can't do that for them. We learned to share our ideas and our visions, and that these tools are a great way to do that. And we get to talk about and remember our big why. We get to bring our big picture thinking into our daily choices and activities. I'm Jamie O'Connor with Family Voices of Minnesota, and this is one of the ways that I've used Charting the Life course.